What's good, guys? Welcome back to Facts About Football World Show, episode 5. Today I'm going to be talking about the topic is Derby Day. Today is the North London Derby that we saw a couple of days ago between Spurs and Arsenal. I was thinking of something very interesting the other day. I was having a chat with a mate and we were saying, what if Wenger retired after winning the Invincibles? Wenger arrived at Arsenal in 1996. He was the guy that hassled and actually challenged Ferguson. He won 3 league titles against Ferguson and set the record for going the whole season without losing a single game in the Premier League. Yeah, he didn't win Champions League and all that, but that is an insane record. Not even Pep Guardiola himself can beat that record. He's tried. The closest was Jurgen Klopp in 2019 when when we only lost 1 game and we still lost the league. Still fucking act about that. But that's a chat for another day. Yeah, man. I mean, Bergkamp leaving, Vieira, Perez, Thierry Henry not happy anymore, wanting to exit, a young Van Persie being introduced. I think if he just left it with those 8 years like Klopp did, he was at Liverpool for 8 years, managed to win everything. Yeah, Wenger didn't win Champions League, but that record and that legacy of not being beaten the whole season, until this day, no one else has come near it besides Klopp in 2019. That is absolutely phenomenal. So Wenger, I think he should have left, and then another coach come in and carry on their legacy. And I'm pretty sure a Champions League would have been won. And then it just became Wenger. Yeah, I think after that 2006 when they lost to Barca, he just, something broke inside of him. It was just all about qualifying for top 4, making top 4. As long as we're in the Champions League, that's okay, which we all know they did not stand a chance to win, especially after Henry left. And he bought, then you'd buy leftover players like Peter Cech, way off his prime. Ozil after winning the World Cup and had his time at Madrid. Alexis Sanchez at Barca when he wore number 9. He was actually, I was a Madrid supporter. I fucking loved watching him. I won't even lie to you guys. I loved watching Sanchez. He fitted the bill. At least he won Wenger 2 FA Cups, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But my point is, he should have left after Invincibles, left the legacy for himself, and moved on. Maybe Madrid would have hired him, and he would have gone in his Champions League. And I think that's what Arteta's trying to do. He's trying to bring back that philosophy and mentality of not just top 4, but winning the Champions League, winning the league. Unfortunately, he's only won 1 FA Cup and a Community Shield. But the fact that he knocked Madrid out last season also doesn't really mean much, because Wenger, when they made the 2006 Champions League final, they knocked out the Galacticos Madrid. So I think it's gonna take time for Arsenal to win another big trophy, like a really long time. It's 7 years now that we've been anticipating this team of winning the league, guys. Come on, let's wake up. Insanity's doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. But I don't know. I was just thinking the other day. But anyway, that's just me. Back to the derby. Arsenal played absolutely exceptional football. Eze's impact was insane. The last time he actually scored was against Tottenham. History repeats itself. Same scoreline, 4-1, which is crazy. Gyökeres from the start. Wow, wow, wow. Also Saka, before I get to Gyökeres, Saka played very well. He assisted one of Eze's goals. Saka did very well. He reminded me of Saka from like 2 seasons ago in terms of working hard and yeah, just contributing to goals. Gyökeres played like prime Harry Kane at Spurs that game. Wow, that shot from outside the box. That second goal of his of inside the box where he curled into the right corner like how Henri would do. That was spectacular. I thought I was watching Henri for a second. He was even wearing number 14. Nah, I'm just kidding, but it's about time this guy starts showing up. Let's hope it's consistent. This guy scored 39 goals just in the league for Sporting, and then scored a total of 54 goals last year. And he's only reaching double digits now with 0 assists. This is his chance to silence all the critics and all the haters. Yeah, I think for the remainder of the season, if he can score at least every like second game, or like score 2 3 games in a row and then miss one. I mean, no one's perfect. That's good enough. The Eucharist we saw yesterday is what Arsenal signed. That's the player Arsenal wanted. That's the player Arsenal signed, and they got that. Um, yeah, yeah. Like Arteta's trying to do what like Klopp did. Klopp, as Liverpool fans, we were just happy that at least we got a manager that's gonna help us finish top four. Signed Salah, 2017-2018 season, made Champions League, made Champions League final. The next season after that, not only did we make Champions League final again, we won the Champions League and lost the league by 1 point and losing one game that season. 97 points. No other manager or team has ever touched 97 other than Pep Guardiola and City. Wenger, Ferguson, Mourinho never saw those numbers and we still didn't win the league. But yeah, my point is Arteta's trying to bring that back, and I think Arsenal not having many world-class players is going to be difficult. And especially him playing against his master. Yeah, I mean he's Darth Vader and Pep Guardiola's Palpatine. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Gyökeres, I just pray for Arsenal. I hate Arsenal with a passion, but I love good football. I like competition, and I'd like to see a very hectic, epic, unpredictable ending to the season. I really hope that Gyökeres will carry on with this form. Yeah, he has. Eze also has 5 goals in his last 6 North London derbies. Outstanding record. I don't know what Spurs did to him. Maybe the owners took his hand. I don't know what is happening. But he has something against Tottenham. What? Same score. Him again, scoring more than one goal. That just says something. Yeah, Spurs are just okay. Before I get to Spurs, let me just wrap up by saying Gyökeres played like a king. He showed the world that he wasn't a mistake in terms of being a signing. And that he's capable of bagging the numbers and competing and challenging for Golden Boot like players at Haaland. If he can play the way he played yesterday, I'm telling you. But again, they played Tottenham Hotspur. Guys, Tottenham are not a big club. They're literally 1 point above where they were last season. And these are the current Europa League champions. I still don't know how United lost to this team. They literally stuck same place as last season. Thomas Frank did nothing for these guys. And this just proves the theory of it's all about the coach, not the players. Look what Enrique did with PSG. Dembele winning Ballon d'Or. No one would. I don't think that thought even crossed Dembele himself's head. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, football is football. I'm just happy for Eucharist. I like competition. Um, yeah, I don't want now City to just Arsenal to bottle it, City go all the way to the top. Maybe it actually would be nice. Okay, guys, the real reason why I don't want Arsenal to win is because we're the only team to beat Guardiola to a league, and we're the only two teams, City and Liverpool, to win a league this decade. So I think I'm just hating on that, to be honest. So yeah, man. Um, Saliba and Gabriel also was slipping a bit. They were getting had at the back there. Mwani's goal, crazy. Child both Gabriel and Saliba. Saliba even tried to grab his jersey, but it still went in. That Mwani reminded me of Juventus Mwani. Yeah, like that was a good goal. Like shout out to him. But back to the Eucharist thing, I forgot to mention. Here's my nigga over here clapping. Well done. This is for Eucharist. That's for Eucharist. My guy even appreciating that shit. Yeah, man. I mean, you could have switched it up. Take Gabriel and Saliba both out. You're winning 4-1. Put in Califiori and White. They play fullbacks, but they're actually centre backs. Hinkapi on the left, and then Timber on the right. Timber for me was the only defender that actually performed that game. Timber always pushes up. He has so much confidence. He's strong. He can score headers. Being short like a fucking leprechaun. Timber for me actually has been Arsenal's most consistent defender this season. I'm not saying best, but consistent. Always does what he has to do. What a baller. But yeah, man, that was a good game. I can't believe it was the same scoreline, and it just shows you how stuck Spurs are. Igor Tudor's first game in charge. Yeah, him and Moani were at Juventus together actually. Moani scored, I think, 6 goals under him. And let's not lie, that was like maybe there's a game I missed, but as far as I know, what I recall, I haven't seen Moani play like that. That first goal was absolutely electric, and then that second goal he scored that was disallowed when Conor Gallagher distributed that ball into the box where he trapped it literally and scored. That was wow. And that's exactly what he did at Juve. So I'm saying again, coaches play a big role. He's comfortable. He knows Tudor. Tudor knows him. He knows what to say to him and what instructions to give him for him to flourish. And I think we may see Mwani pick up a bit of form and start scoring again, like frequently. I mean, guys, Spurs are in the same place as last season. I understand that Madison's injured, Kulusevski's injured, Solanke just came back, but they signed players like Simons, Kudus, Gallagher, Muwani, João Palhinha, Danso, and a few others. Like, this team should be. I won't lie, I was one of them. I'm guilty. Just as a football fan and just logic, like seeing such quality players on paper, I thought maybe Spurs would end up finishing, yeah, fourth. Honestly speaking, now they're literally what two two positions away from relegation. What's the difference? Last season they nearly got relegated. Look now, there's what? How many games left? There's 10 games left. They're back in that position with all these new stars that they just signed. I mean, 70% of the players I just listed, I can call them world class. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Spurs are just, ever since Kane left and then Son. Oh, guys, it's been tough for this club, eh? Yeah, so Moani chowed that back four, eh? Moani played very well. He was player of the match for me for Spurs. Been a while since I've seen him play like that. Yeah, man. Here's you again, man. Gyökeres. Look at this guy. He's tall. He's strong. He can finesse. Wow, if this guy continues like this, we're in trouble, guys. Especially in the Champions League as well. But yeah, I pray to God that doesn't happen. Like, call me a hater. Arsenal are not going to win the Champions League as long as I'm alive. Or until Liverpool win the seventh and equaling Milan's record. Yeah, man. Conor Gallagher's also impacted very well. He's adapted. He's played in English football before. It's not his first time. And I think what fucked up Spurs was that 3-5-2 formation. It doesn't suit the Spurs player. Three at the back, guys, is not for anyone. Unless you have unless you have very, very, very good defenders that can mark and run and play any position in the back, like Arsenal. If Arsenal can play a 3-4-3, so up front, Gyökeres, Saka, and Martinelli. Their wing backs, maybe Timber and Hinkapie. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rice, Merino when he comes back, and Odegaard, and then Calafiori, Saliba, Gabriel, and Raya. I think they're the only team, and City, that can play three at the back. It's not for everyone, guys. This is not Syria. Premier League is all about counter-attack football, goals, electric attack. You know what I mean? So yeah, conceding 4 goals is not a joke. 8 goals is against the same team in the same season. Like, what did they learn from that lesson? You know what I mean? Like, United lost to Everton early on in the season. They got revenge. Liverpool lost to Forest. Wasn't our best performance, but we won and we got our revenge. What did Spurs learn? And there's no excuse that they have the players. They have quality players. Kudus needs to come back, like, for their sake. I think him, Gallagher, and I don't know if Xavi's world class. Yeah, I'll just say him, Madison, and Gallagher are world class players. And yeah, Madison's been out for too long. He needs to come back. Kudus needs to come back. Remember what he was doing in the beginning of the season. Magic, yeah. Cutting in, scoring, or crossing the ball in, his deliveries, striker, or whoever it was, playing the box, inside. So Kudus needs to come back. But yeah. Also, the World Cup winner, the captain, Romero, he can have bad games and be rough, but he's an asset for that club. That guy's a good defender. guy can score two goals for you in one game from corners. He's a fighter, man. He's phenomenal. He's absolutely phenomenal. It's a pity he was absent, and yeah, Spurs are in trouble, guys. Spurs, if they don't pick up, because West Ham and Forest, will surprise you and just win. And Thomas Frank is gone. Igor got sacked at Juve after he was there from March until October. So clearly he also wasn't like the man. You need a proper coach that has records and history of winning and achieving things. And Thomas Frank and Igor do not have that. Like Spurs' choices for managers are so whack. There's so many people they can hire, and they just go for worse people. I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe they want to prove that they don't need a big coach to win, or maybe they think that. Well, maybe the way they think is that you need, as long as you have good players, it doesn't matter who's managing, as long as you have a coach that's decent. Nah, G, don't work like that. Don't work like that, homie. So Spurs are in trouble. They had 39 possession in the whole game. Arsenal had about 60. Spurs had about 39.9 to 40, and Arsenal had 60 at your own home stadium. That is not good. Spurs are very bad at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The majority of the games they've won or not lost were away games. How can you not be good at your own home stadium? This team is in trouble. For them, I pray to God that James Maddison comes back. James Maddison is such a baller. Just say James Maddison can, or even James Maddison and Palhinha in the middle, CMs and CDM, rotate Gallagher, Cam, Xavi Simons. Actually, I changed my mind. Let me tell you my lineup. Vicario, keeper, fullbacks, Udogu and Paro, Van der Ven and Romero, centre backs, Bergveld and Gallagher as my CMs and CDM. Madison Cam, left wing Xavi Simons, Kudu's right wing, he's also left-footed. Then striker, I love Brazilians. I'll go with Richarlison, and then they have all that other depth to come in if these guys that I just listed don't do the job. So they have no excuse at all. I've never actually seen anything like this, honestly speaking. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, man, pray for Spurs, guys. Let's pray for Spurs. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next episode.